To you live on EA Sports, and it's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A make shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. The opening tip is won by Dallas. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. George to Hollis Jefferson. Beverly. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Clippers have it. To Paul George. Missed a wide open look. Burke with it. Leads a bucket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. To George. Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Paul George to Hollis Jefferson. Here comes the screen. Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Doncic. Big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Leonard. It's PG for 2. Won't go. Whoa, gets to the rim and they'll count the basket. 2 steps or 5 steps. I don't know, Jay. It looked good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Paul George, 2 of 4 now. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Harry Giles, huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Won't go. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Finish that.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. No time left on this period. The Mavericks have the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second.
Substitutions, Dallas. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Mavericks with the basketball. He throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Hollis Jefferson. Leonard. Can't get the bounce. The pass taken away.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And easy to get back on defense.
Burke with it. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Leonard to Paul George. Driving right to the basket. Goes to the right side. Got a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Clippers have got it. Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Dallas owns the basketball. Oh, nice find for the basket.
The assist from number 15.
Deep 3 at the buzzer.
3 points.
That's it. First half has come to an end. The Clippers are out in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Clippers entered halftime with a solid lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display.
Player of the half.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
To Beverly. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim, no good. It goes down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Hollis Jefferson. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Burke with it. The deficit now up to 5. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Beverly to George. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. Got it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. With that, he's 5 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Luka Doncic. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
And score. Strong take.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Clippers have the basketball. George to Beverly. Down low, George. Strong finish for Paul George. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Not that time, and not his shot. That ends the third quarter. It's the Mavericks with the lead. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the fourth quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to George. Leonard. Grant with the basketball. Up 5. Kawhi Leonard swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Leonard To Paul George. And the rebound taken in by Dallas.
I got ball.
Paul George to Leonard. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Doncic. And count the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Has a chance. Rebound taken down by Porzingis. Nothing going here on that drive. To Porzingis. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Kristaps Porzingis pins it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Free throw is good. It's a three-point play, and that just might put this game out of reach. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. Probing the defense. To Hollis Jefferson. Beverly. Fires the three. That's a high degree of difficulty for Rondae Hollis Jefferson. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. George to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Leonard to Beverly. Oh, that's going to be out of bounds. Paul George. Trying to cash in. George with a shot, no good. Stuffs it down with authority.
The assist from number 52.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw. The victory to the Mavericks as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Mavericks came away with the victory.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.